All right. Hello, everybody. We're live. Hello, Maree. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, Jazzy. How's Jazzy doing today?
He's cold. I keep forgetting to get his little his
Beanie
little
hat.
yeah, beanie. And every time I touch him, I go, oh, it's getting cold. So yeah, but he's good. He did a beautiful circle of fire with us at my friend's home that he's selling, and he wanted to come, so he was right in the middle of it all as usual, which is beautiful. So he's good, and I'm good. And how are you, Lisa?
I am doing fantastic. Just kind of waiting for the next level, next step in my journey. I'm ready for it. And so, getting ready for the trip to Egypt. It's going to be a month. It's going to be Egypt, it's going to be Turkey, and it's going to be Greece, Cyprus, and Israel.
Oh my goodness, they're like the most beautiful places. I haven't been. I've only been to Cyprus Cyprus is gorgeous, and I've been to Greece and yeah, that is just going to be amazing. Oh, I'm a bit
Yeah.
green-eyed.
Yes. Yes. And I know that I found out that it's the Galactic Federation that's sending me there. I did not know that. I did meet someone that I am going to bring on my channel who, when I met him, that's how I knew he was real, because he's the one he's like, well, the Galactic Federation told me I have to work with you and that you're going to Egypt either this year or next year. And I go,
And you've already booked it.
I already have the trip booked. Yeah. So I know this guy's for
Crazy.
real. And so I'm gonna bring him in to talk to him about his connection to the Galactic Federation and what
Mm.
is going on with that. So I'm excited. But yeah, it looks like this is just they're sending me to different places to
Yes.
activate different things, and so it's nice to have confirmation that I'm not crazy.
No, no, you're crazy, but you're good crazy. There's a difference. We're
Yeah,
all crazy. We have to be crazy to put our hands up to come here.
that's very true. That's very true.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
excited for you, Elisa. It's just
Yeah, 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 yeah.
amazing.
Yep,
So yeah,
yep,
but
yep.
before we start though, hi everyone. Sorry, I got just excited for Elisa. I did get the hit to pull our card for you guys today before we start, which was really interesting. And I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of people that are coming to me and they're going through these initiations. And a lot of them it's really pushing them. But then once they get through it, oh, they come out the other side and they're just, there's this huge shift for them. So the first, and this doesn't surprise me that the first card that's come up is Griffin.
Okay,
Now you
hold
can
on.
see, yeah, you can see it's part lion, part eagle, but the Griffin is all about empowerment. And so that's our solar plexus chakra, because that's where our self-worth, our sense of self, all of that aspect comes through. So when Griffin comes up, I know that people are getting pushed. So don't be surprised if you find some weird things happen and you go, this doesn't normally happen to me. You're getting pushed, and it's not just you. This is happening everywhere. And the other card that wanted to come out, it actually fell out, was Gargoyle. Now, this card does not come out very often. So when I put these together, the gargoyle is like a beautiful elemental guardian. It's a lot of people are a bit scared of them. They were used for protection on buildings, from other other times. However, I've been through into a gargoyle. I've connected to the gargoyles through Inner Earth, and they said, "Come with me. We're going to show you where we live." And even though they're very dark, they said the dark attracts the light. They are bursting with light. And they took me up to a room and I couldn't even go in there. The light was so profoundly bright, but they actually live underground. So the gargoyle's here to protect you through this. So if you're feeling a little bit out of whack, you've got some weird stuff going on in your life, situations, ask the gargoyle to come through and it's going to protect you through this initiation. So that's the two cards that came up for everyone. I think they're really pertinent. So yeah. So has anyone been experiencing any of those sort of situations? I think some Maple Tree's saying I've been thinking about gargoyles. Yeah. And if you have the thought about them, just bring them in. They'll come into you and you'll feel them. They're beautiful. They're loving. They're so protective.
Mm. Yeah, Notre Dame. I remember when I was in Notre Dame in Paris,
Yeah.
there's all gargoyles all around it.
And before that got burnt down, didn't they take the gargoyles off or something? There was something about the gargoyles of Notre Dame, because I saw it. I'd been there before it burnt down, then I was there after it burnt down, and I'm sure the story was they'd taken the gargoyles down like the day before.
Wow.
So yeah, there was something about that. I remember thinking, oh, well, that makes sense because they're protectors.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing.
Mm.
Okay, well, thank you, Maree. Thank you,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
I feel like Jazzy has a message for us.
You are crazy, because I was just getting, I think Jasper wants to come in. So you're connected to him as well. That is really interesting. Yeah. He's smiling. So okay, so Jasper, I'm just going to tune in and just see. What has he got to show us? Oh wow. Yeah. He's just showing light, literally just cutting through everything on the earth. And this is that bright white light, just like cleaving through everything. So this is why we're getting pushed so much as well. I'm just gonna ask him a little bit more about it. Oh my goodness. And he's saying that we're a part of this. All of us are a part of this because of we're all raising our frequency and consciousness. It's like the sum of all is greater than the sum of one. You know how when you have like 2 or 3 people in a group, the sum of that is bigger than what those 3 people would be singularly, is what he's actually showing me. Very powerful. And we've got to realize how powerful we are. Don't think we're just nothing. Don't think we're just a human being. So he wants us to remember that our consciousness is pure, it's light, it's powerful, and we do more than we know. So our evolution and our ascension is really affecting the world that we're living in. Yeah. So that's what he's sort of telling us and reminding us. Especially when we're
Okay.
going through initiations, we start to think like, oh, I'm useless or whatever. No way.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations, Trixie. She got a new job.
Oh, Trixie, that is awesome. Well done. Well
Yes.
done. Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a
Yes.
while, because
That's
I know there
fantastic.
was quite a few of us that got affected by some of those policies that happened. So well done.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's a lot happening. It feels like things are moving faster. Um, it seems like we are on that in that space that we wanted to be in, right? Where things are coming out, where our president what is being one of our reps, senator, I think she is, put it out that for him to be impeached, articles of impeachment against him. So we're finally getting to that space of like what is it? The storm is upon us.
Yeah.
Like it really, I believe we are there now.
Yeah. And
This
I
is the
feel that
beginning.
there's going to be a very quick, things are just going to start popping into place. It's like when you get to the end of a jigsaw puzzle, you know how you can spend months on a massive jigsaw puzzle, and towards the end you go, oh, and it gets exciting because you know you've only got these pieces to go in and it all comes together.
Well, you know what really has helped me is that August date that you gave me. I was like, okay, no, I'm going to move it just like it moved out. I'm going to move it back in. So I've spent so much time listening to music that makes me happy, talking to spiritual people, going out there and just really raising my vibration and not looking at my Telegram. Like I don't look at the stuff that I used to look at for like news and stuff on Telegram. I don't look at it anymore. I don't. I've been doing the 21 day light body activation with Octavia. We just finished yesterday. So, eating super healthy and really concentrating on bringing this August date in. Like, just like, I I'm bringing this in, dang it. You know, like I'm the creator of my reality. And so I've really, really trying to stay in that high vibrational space.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched Octavia's video with me about if you're in 3D, 4D, or 5D, but when you're in 5D, you're literally just an observer. You become the observer of the movie, right? And so that's where I've been trying to be. I've been trying to just observe and just let it all happen. And I do feel like it's moving faster now. And I don't know if it's me or not, but I don't care if it's me or not. I'm just saying it's moving, it's working. So, you know,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So do you want to bring yourself up so you're the same size?
oh, sure.
Because then we can see your beautiful face. There we go. Yeah, I agree with you, Elisa. And remember, it's event driven, so that the timelines can shift, change, do whatever.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And
and
if
we
we
are
all
creators.
did that,
What
yes,
Jasper is showing us, we
yes,
are conscious creators,
yes,
and boy, are
yes.
we powerful now.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's
Mm.
the more of us that do that, right? The more of us that start being in their own little bubble and they're just really, really happy in their space, all of us together add up and we're just like poof,
Yeah,
moving that timeline closer, getting into the better timelines, creating um, those dreams that we want to have in our lives, those realities that we want to achieve.
absolutely. And
So,
and we have a choice of timelines. It was interesting. I think I told you guys when we had the big gridding, and these beings were looking down into my energetic body, and my friend that was doing the gridding said, Maree, she said they were just seeing and observing you to see which timeline you were going to choose. So it's completely our choice, isn't it?
absolutely. And I know it's our choice. And that's why I feel like, you know what? I'm going to put this in high gear. I'm going to put this on turbo and I am going to move this timeline back. Just like
Yeah,
it moved out, I'm going to move it back in. I'm going to be like, nope, we're not going there. We're going over here. So many people are needing help
yeah,
and it's just I'm ready for my next phase. And
yeah,
I'm ready to get it started and just I know that we can do it. I
yeah,
know that we can do it.
exactly.
It's we're
So,
so freaking powerful. And of course, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I posted it also on my YouTube channel was a private session that I did with Octavia, where I said, okay, guys, to the ninth dimensional plate and collective, what's next? What do I do next? I'm interested in doing remote viewing and doing telekinesis and doing telepathy. And so they explain in that video what to do to start working with that and have fun with it.
that's it.
So yeah, so it's a great video to really just play around.
Yeah.
And so again, um, things that are going to take us to the next level, right? If we're moving things with our mind, and people are going to pay attention, and
Yes.
that's my idea. It's like let me do something where people are going to really go like, okay, I need to listen to this person because this person obviously is now able to move objects or things like that. So it's just it's super exciting to get to this next level of mastery, right? Of learning new things and doing different things. And um, it's about being the creator. It's about creating. Now, when you're
Mm.
in 5D, because you don't have any thoughts and because you are in that high vibration, you manifest like that. So you can play and have fun with it. And
Correct.
so I had told her, I'm like, she's like, I think you're bored. And I'm like, maybe. And then that's when she said, well, you're not being a creator, are you? Wake up and start creating. Wake up and go like, okay, when I go to the gym, everybody's going to have a white t-shirt. When I go to this, when I walk down the street, I'm shooting arrows of
Mm.
love to everybody.
Yep.
When, like just be intentional in creation and all of that. So
And it changes your whole world when you do that. I remember when I was doing my sort of 3D job, I was doing it from a 5D perspective, because I would walk in anywhere I went. I did a prayer before I'd leave home. Anyone I meant to meet today will come into my space so I can help them if they need it, and I will take my light and love everywhere I go. And I used to clear hospitals. I used to do clear hospitals, and anywhere I'd go. So I knew my job wasn't just a job. I was actually doing other work, and it made it so much more interesting. You're spot on. It's have that intention.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journey. Beautiful journey, really. Really.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And we don't have to be doing and active all the time. Sometimes just our contemplation is contemplating and then putting those thoughts go out into energy. And then something will come to you and you go, oh, that's what I've just been thinking about. So we're creating on that energetic level too.
Yeah. My best friend was here this weekend, and we were outside, and we were literally spending almost 2 hours just looking at the butterflies, looking at a snake that came in, and we're just like, I can feel when you're in that 5D frequency, you can feel it. It's like you hear more sounds, but everything's more quiet at the same time. And it's almost like everything just it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a different feeling when you're in that vibration. It's a different feeling. It's a I don't know.
You're right, because I was really noticing this on the weekend. I hadn't been up to the city, Brisbane, for a while. It's about an hour and a half drive. But every car, it's like the color spectrum has changed, because all the cars were shimmering. There were silvers, golds, these in colors I've never seen, and number plates, triple A's, triple Z's, together. And it's just everything. There's no such thing as coincidence. That's the what is that, the alpha and omega. And it was great. My friend and I were just going, this is wild. And it was just fun. So it's different cues. But I'm finding I'm very sensitive to loud noise. We went to the rally, and they had the microphones up so loud. I said to my friend, I have to go right down the back, and I was so sensitive to it. I was going insane. So I don't know if anyone else has been having that at all.
Yeah. No, it's definitely like that. Like now, in my old house, there was a lot of lawn service where they cut the lawn, then they blow the lawn, then they cut the edges, and every single one of those things is and so it now when I go play pickleball, they do it. Today they did it, and I could barely play because it's like you can just hear it in the background, and it's like nails on a chalkboard. So absolutely, definitely the sounds when you're in that high frequency, of course you're vibrating faster. So I'm wondering if that fast vibration is making it so that it's louder.
It could be. I know it was weird, but the other thing that I thought, I've been thinking about that, and I went, do I just have to allow the vibration to go through me so it doesn't affect me so much? So this is, how do I now work with this when it happens? So yeah. So that's something that I'm going to be looking at, is, do I just allow it to come through and then it doesn't impact me so much?
Yeah. But I mean, I hope you guys are able to get into that space. Trixie's like, you play what? It's called pickleball. It's like a mix of tennis and ping pong. And I got Maree to start playing pickleball too.
She got me into it, and it is heaps of fun because you play with 4 of you, so it's smaller than a tennis court. They paint the tennis court so it fits this pickleball court, but it's so much fun because I love table tennis. So it's a combination also of tennis, badminton, table tennis. It's really cool fun, guys.
It's tennis in the back, and then if you move to the front, it's ping pong, more ping pong. So but I I really hope that people are able to get to that place of 5D of, I don't want to call it 5D because that's wrong. The high frequency space. Because I'm telling you, you're going to be able to feel it. It's a different feeling. It's like everything stands still and everything's just like in your eyes and everything's just like moving, and you hear sounds, like everything's quiet. That's the thing. And when you get to the high vibration, everything gets quiet.
Yeah.
Everything just, there is not a lot of noise in that state up there. There is not a lot of noise there, for sure.
So true.
It's
Yeah.
not, and then you start hearing like very faint, like sounds, and yeah, it's magic. It's magic. And the people you
Yeah.
find in those vibrations are amazing.
And the animals, like yesterday, I was just sitting reading my book or whatever, and the next minute this bee, and I mean, I do attract bees, but this bee came and it was just like here in my face. And I'm going, I got the message. Yes, I'm a light worker. I've got the message. But it wouldn't go. And I'm going, okay, just do whatever you need to do. And next minute it had gone. And I went, oh, because I've had them land on my heart. I've had them follow me. I've had people say to me, you know, you've got a bee following you. I'm going, yeah, yeah. So, but you know, insects and animals, they definitely have a different relationship with them when you're in that sort of beautiful consciousness.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I actually have bees. I didn't know that there's bees that can eat wood. And yeah, so I have these bees that have made a nest and they made a hole on the wood. They eat wood.
and they're not wasps, they're bees.
No, bees.
Whoa.
Carpenter bees, I think they're called.
Well,
Carpenter
that
bees.
makes sense.
Something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, animals, it's just, you know, like I've had black swans walking up, you know, where we were on the water here. They would just walk up when my friend was dying, those 2 days when she was passing. They were walking around my backyard and my swimming pool, and they wouldn't leave, like 2 black swans. And then they've never done it again since she passed. And, you know, so animals sort of can sense things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy.
It is. It really is. So, yeah. So anyway, okay, I think we have enough people now to ask for a reading, to give a life reading. And so while we get everybody to put their 888 on the chat, we're going to ask the question: if Robert Kennedy's son is Tucker Carlson's, if Tucker Carlson is Robert Kennedy's son.
Okay, so we're going to tune into our cards and do that.
Yep.
Okay.
And while we do that, not only put your, oops, I put myself there. Don't put your 888s, put your 888s there, and also put what other questions we can be asking too. Or if you have any questions as far as advice that Maree and I can give you as well. We're going to be taking advice questions too. So.
Yes. So straight away, what I'm getting, he's a part of their soul family, because that 7 of Pentacles to me is planting seeds. Then the King of Swords. So this is a very powerful, speaking their mind, wordsmith. So, but what I'm getting, that it's actually definitely a part of the soul group. Yeah, and the 6 of Swords. So he's been taken to a better place with what he does with his words. So, but I'm just getting, so because that 6 of Swords is going to a much better place over water. So he's had to do the journey he's done to get into the position that he was in. So it's his tower moment in life, literally. So because, you know, we watched what happened with him, he now can go to where he wants to go to. His soul family. He's not...
not physical family.
Not physical, but soul.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. Michelle Chambers is our person today, our lucky person today.
Congratulations, Michelle. I'm lucky because I get to tune into your higher self, which I love. So I just go through my higher self, just connecting in. And then I ask to connect in through your higher self. And then I just, whatever needs to come through for you at this moment that might actually just give you a bit of clarity and help you with things that are maybe going on in your life. So that was interesting. I always get shown an image or something that sort of gives me a bit of an idea of what's going on for you as well. Wow. Okay. Let's have a look and see how the cards start. This is for Michelle. Yeah. Okay. You want to come out? Yeah. King of Cups. Now, it's interesting because when I was tuning into you, what I was seeing is you're actually sitting almost like this, very still. But it's like you are rebirthing something or you're birthing something new, and you could have even been in a void for a little while because the King of Cups can often be hiding something. So, and I'm feeling it was like it's like they show me you are just got this crack down the middle of you, which is brilliant because to me that means there's something new coming through, even if it can be uncomfortable. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. High Priestess. She's all about intuition. She's about secrets, beyond the veil, balance, very powerful card. So you're going through a fairly big transition at the moment is what I'm picking up, and it may feel a little uncomfortable, but just stay still, find that stillness, and don't be afraid of being in the void. Knight of Pentacles, I love it. You're going to get a message, you're going to get brought something that's going to be very helpful for you. So just stay with that intention of, I'm balanced, I'm centered, and just know that I feel that there's a gift coming through for you. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Something's going to come through for you quite quickly, and you're going to get an aha moment in your mind about what's going on. And yeah, you're protected. With those two knights there, I feel you're very protected with what you're going through. So let's just, so you don't be surprised. You got it as well. You got the Six of Swords. So you're going over to a much better place. So this is taking you, especially in your mind and how your perspective is, you're definitely getting taken into a much better place. So just sit with that. In that sometimes it's the void, sometimes it's like the black ray. Actually, it's the black ray is what I'm getting for you, which is to me it's the powerful divine feminine coming through. So just stay in that space, stay calm. You are going through an initiation, so it's all good. Yeah. So
Wow.
I don't know if that's how you've been feeling, yeah, but it is very powerful, and you really are. It's like something's being peeled away from you completely to just have this whole new aspect of yourself come through, but it's a bit hidden at the moment.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay, next question from Maple Trees, Archangel Michael and ET, which is now on a ship.
Okay. Wow. I love tuning into Archangel Michael, the energy that goes with that. I've found it very helpful in times when I used to get emotionally distraught. I would find Archangel Michael was a very beautiful being to call in. And yeah, so let's have a look and see, though, if he's an ET and on a ship. Just, oh, that one's really hot. Okay. Yeah, both of those wanted to come up. No, the Hierophant card has come up. So to me, this is someone in a position of power that a lot of people look up to. And then we've got the Page of Swords. So it's not quite the right story, Maple Tree, when that Page of Swords comes up. So it's, and I just kept getting the word angelic. So he can virtually be wherever he needs to be in the realm. And Queen of Cups came up. Remember I was saying when I was emotional. So the Queen of Cups to me is often when you're feeling sad or there's something going on. That's when I would call through Archangel Michael to help. He's really beautiful with that. Yeah, transformation. He can help you through your transformation because that's the Death card. But I don't feel that he's an ET on a ship. He's angelic realm.
Okay. All right. I was thinking that was the case. Okay. Very cool. What advice to open our chakras? I'll let you go first.
Oh, okay. Trixie Tot, really great question. And at this stage, at this point, it's actually a beautiful, I do a beautiful meditation when I get the hit to. Some people do it every day. So what I do is I'd clear my energy field. So I run my white light. I can violet flame as well, just to clear it. And then what I do is I tune into my chakras. So the base chakra, you can push the color through, like get the red color going through that base chakra. I also pop in you can just pop silver through it and spin it. And that will actually help to clear it and clear anything that's hooked in or tied in. And you can do that with every single chakra. So you know your base chakra. Does everyone sort of know where your chakras are? This is probably a really good thing. I have got do you want me to grab my little
Sure.
chart? Yeah. A second.
Yeah, definitely. So there's definitely different levels of chakras and how many chakras there are. So I was telling them that there's different, some people say we have 7, some people say we have 12, some people say, so I'm not really sure what the real number is. I've heard even up to 24, maybe. Am I thinking right?
With minor chakras, we've got hundreds.
Okay.
So because you've got your crown, and then it goes up through to your your oversoul. There's lots of chakras through here. I've actually I remember once for about 8 months when I used to do my laps in the pool, I could feel energy leaking from a minor chakra in my ankle, and I had to get some hematite to help ground that and stop that from leaking energy. It was so uncomfortable. It was so noticeable. So I started to do more research into chakras, and we have minor chakras like in our hands, everywhere. But the major chakras, the 7 major spinning wheels, that's what chakra means, go up through these areas. And they're back and front. They're sort of completely, obviously, through holographically. It's not just at the front or the back.
Yeah.
But these are the colors that go through with them. So your reds in your base chakra. Base is all about feeling safe. It's also, a lot of it is about tribe. So we've been working through these lower 3 chakras to help us to actually go through to move more into the higher chakras. Mm-hmm. Once you've actually cleared these fully, you can come down and up with ease. So, but this is how you start. Red in the base, orange in your navel chakra, that's your creative center. Mm-hmm. Yellow or gold into your solar plexus and your feeling vortex. This is where you might have people hooked in when we cut cords and hooks and things. That's a good spot to start with. Heart is green. Heart can also be pink, which is and blue, light blue. So there's three levels, 3 chambers to our heart metaphysically. And then we've got our throat, which is blue, and that's why sometimes if you've got a sore throat or you're not speaking your truth, you can wear blue clothes or you wear a blue scarf. So these colours can actually help support the chakras as well physically. Then we've got our purple in our third eye, and this is your pineal gland. Your pineal gland activating our gifts and talents with our clairvoyance, and then the crown chakra. And so that's your pituitary gland, and that is what opens us up to our other chakras. We've also got one at the back of our head called our causal chakra. Now that's like a turquoisey blue color, and that gives us the gift of being able to hear or speak to angelic realms, to our guides, to elemental beings. So that causal chakra can be activated as well. But I would just, if you're starting, stick to these main 7, and just each day, just run that silver through, then run the color through it, and just see what you get. A lot of people will or do a sound as well that goes with the chakra.
Each chakra has its own mantra and its own mudra.
Correct.
So yeah.
So I hope that helps. But just doing a simple meditation and popping those colors in, having the intention of being clear, keeping your energy field clear, really important.
Yes. You can also use your pendulum to open chakras, to clear the chakras every day. There are binaural beats on YouTube that you can listen to for each specific chakra. So if it's just like the root chakra that you're having issues with, or the solar plexus chakra, you can listen to those binaural beats. Although sometimes they'll tell you it's a specific hertz frequency, but it's not, because it's through video, so it's like it's not the right exact frequency. So sometimes that's not necessarily going to work. Okay, Next question.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have anything else?
Just the only other thing is sometimes music can really help to open chakras, because I lived for a while with a beautiful friend of mine who was an opera singer, and I remember coming home from work one day and she was singing, and I didn't know a lot about opera back then, and I was just standing in the kitchen and my heart was just opening and I was just feeling so emotional. It was beautiful. So some music can really trigger different chakra areas. So,
Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, Teresa has a question. With the pool season here, any recommendations for crystals in the pool to help negate the chemicals in tap water, or has the water been cleaned up?
Okay.
So what came to mind was what you mentioned a couple of times ago, which was to just snap on the water. I mean, I guess she doesn't want to be snapping on the pool all the time. So what would you suggest?
Yeah, look, you can put crystals into water, not anything that ends in "ite." So things like, let me think, like selenite. You don't put those sort of crystals in water. It's not good for them. So something like tourmaline, maybe something that clears as well, something that can actually clear toxins or frequencies. Teresa, what I would be doing is either going in intuitively. You can also, I just did this on the weekend. You can work with crystals etherically. So I actually asked whatever crystal needed to come through, and I had an intention with it for this particular space that I was in this house. And then the particular etheric crystal would come in, and then there would be a few that come through, and they would then adjust themselves to hold that intention that I'd asked for in that space. So you can do the same thing with your pool. You can actually work with etheric crystals. And if you can see that you'll see them come through, or they'll give you the name of what they are, or you can feel the frequency of them. And I use this a lot, actually. It's rather than having real crystals, I actually ask the etheric crystals to come in. So that's something you could play with, Teresa, and ask yourself intuitively, go inside and ask which crystal can have your intention. So what do you want for the pool? You want it to be clear. You want it to be have a high frequency and vibration. You want it to be balanced. The other thing I'm just getting told, make sure you connect into the undine. Remember, that's your water spirit. They're so powerful. When you connect into the undine and you do love and gratitude to water, it changes the whole frequency of your water molecules. So I would even be putting, like, etherically, love and gratitude words in the pool. You can write them next to the pool, whatever. But that will also raise it. This is all just coming in actually now as well, but definitely connecting with your undine. So your undine, do you want me to get a picture of an undine for you?
Yeah, so a question, something that I that came to me is that clear quartz crystals can be programmed with anything in them, right? So I would say get that's weird, a clear quartz crystal and program it. And say, I want you to clear the chlorine. I want you to throw it in, and it's going to do everything you want it to do.
I agree. And I also had a friend who there's this beautiful prayer that we got with Transference Healing, and it's called the Millennium Prayer. And she would do it every day. Over her pool, and it turned into a saltwater pool. And the pool guy went, "This is not possible." So she actually, by doing this prayer and intention over her pool every day, she had no idea it was going to happen. She just wanted to do it. So our intention, exactly as Elisa was saying, you put that intention into that clear quartz, and you are definitely going to have beautiful results. Well, they use that to help clear up the where was it, over in Japan, when they had that horrible nuclear problem. They actually everyone sent in clear quartz crystals that were programmed with clearing and all of it, and they actually put them into the radioactive stack.
Wow.
I'm just getting goosebumps. Yeah, that was from Keisha, grandmother. Oh my goodness, little grandmother. She was the one that started, and apparently it's really helped to reduce.
Wow.
So that's an undine in the cards. You can see how beautiful she is, and the experiences I've had with undines have been amazing. Like I don't know if I've told you this one. Every lunchtime, because I used to drive a lot for work, I'd stop at the beach, and if I had time, I'd go for a swim. Otherwise, I'd just stand and just look out over the water and just bless it and thank it and have gratitude. And this one day I saw this sparkle out in the distance, and I went, that's an undine. And the next minute, this sparkle just went choong straight across the water, up my arm and into my body. It was crazy. And I went, whoa, what a blessing, because I just love water so much. And it's like with the undines, you can really connect with them. And it happened when I was in New Zealand as well. Because,
Wow.
my friends and I, we had the 4 of us girls went to New Zealand, and we found this gorgeous place on a lake. Lake, I can't think of the name of it now. Anyway, so I said, okay, we'll go through a beautiful meditation and we'll connect into the undines here in the water. So we did it, but it wasn't what I expected, because the next minute this being came up and it had teeth and it had a this and a that. And I was going, oh, have I done something wrong? I went, no, just stay in your heart, stay in love, stay in love. And I was going, whatever you get, you just stay in love and keep sending love and light to our beautiful undine. Just, we are not here to harm. We are here because we love water. And then the next minute I got this, we were just testing you to see if you were going to be doing anything evil to our water. And so then she took me and we went right through the lakeways and everything. And I was quite scared. I went, I have never had this happen before. And then, oh my God, it was amazing. And then we all talked about it afterwards. But as we were leaving in the car, she was waving from the lake going, I'm sorry. She said, sorry. But she told me then I had permission to connect into undines all around New Zealand, because they're actually looked after by the Maree, the Māori. They have they take care of the water and the energy spirit from the water. So she was testing me to make sure I came with good intentions and open heart.
Wow.
I tell you. So that's undines.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Maree. Okay. Florida question. Disney's closing their latest hotel and is not opening the new center in East Orlando. Is Disney going down in Florida? I know their agenda, but 80,000 people will be out of work. I personally, go ahead and ask the cards.
But I want you to say something first. Because it's your area.
Yeah, that's where I worked for the last 6 years of my corporate career.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the evil empire.
Yeah.
Very toxic, very, very toxic environment to work at. I feel like Disney brings a lot of joy to children. And so I think it's going to be revamped, but I just don't see that closing. I just don't feel it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the cards have to say.
What the cards have to say. Yeah. And yeah. Oh, the Hanged Man. So it's gonna take a little while. If it, you know what I mean, things could change because there's a surrender to this. This is actually telling me it's on hold. So I don't feel it's going to happen quickly. No, they're working on something. We've got our 8 of Pentacles. So something's been worked on. I guess though, they're probably going to need to see
change
the
name for sure. I'm
change
sure
the name, but also
they'll change.
But how are people going to react? Because once this Sound of Freedom movie comes out on the 4th of July, people are going to start to understand what's really gone on. How are they going to react to places like this? So it's really, the Knight of Wands to me is almost seeing how the action, what action people are going to take. What message are they going to say? They're going to say, nah, burn it to the ground, things like that. We don't know. So we're in that suspended time is what I'm getting.
Okay. Okay. So it'll be based on what people want. If people don't go, there's nothing anybody can do about that.
But if they're working on something, so if they can clear it all, but I mean, are there sort of, deep tunnels and things under there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It would be, I just feel like those tunnels would be either filled or, I don't know. I just feel like it brings so much joy to children. So I don't.
But they still don't know. That's the question. So it's the unknown.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. All right. Embrace Your Journey is trying to choose a new domain name for her Reiki business. I have a name in mind, but someone told me to choose a different name.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, embrace your journey. I feel that you've really got to trust your intuition. You can also add up the name and see what numbers come up and how it sits with a frequency as well. But you can use your pendulum, or if you do kinesiology, or just drop in and really tune into your wisdom. So what are you thinking, Elisa?
that it has to be chosen by you, not by someone else. Like yeah, no, it's got to be your vibration. It's got to be your it's I don't know how to explain it. It's like in the tip of my tongue, but it's almost like it's a part of you.
Yeah, it's your
And
creation.
yeah, it's your creation, and it just can't be someone else's opinion. Like it just can't be.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ace of Cups, it's got to make you feel really good. It's got to make you feel joy and fulfillment because you're the one that's going to be working with it. And, Reiki is a beautiful frequency and beautiful energy. So but it's yours. So, do what makes you feel good. Then you got your Three of Cups, celebration. So celebrate yourself. This is yours. Everyone else has got a different idea and a different perspective. So look, it's fine if there's someone you trust and you go, this is the name I'm using for my business. What does it make you feel? So you could do it that way instead of asking for them if it's the right name. Ask them how it makes them feel because these are emotional cards. So that might be a better way to phrase it to people as well if you're asking for some help or support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, our next question. Do we really plan our lives? I am having a difficult time accepting this information.
Do you want to talk to this one, Elisa? This is Elisa's specialty, pink light.
So the first thing I would tell you is what I did and how I found out, and that is through Dolores Cannon. So Dolores Cannon, I read her books. They absolutely resonated as truth. Not only that, the fact that she hypnotized over 1,000 people tells me that this information is actually factual because it is consistent through 1,000 people, right? So yes, it is true that we plan our lives, and you do that before you come, not like while you're here. Well, of course, while you're here too, but there is a predetermined set of lessons that your soul wants to learn when you come. So based on those lessons, then your life is carried on to get you there so that you learn those lessons. So we do really plan our lives. We do. I also, not only Dolores with her over 1,000 sessions and 40 years of hypnosis, I can tell you I did it over 400 and some sessions, and the same, same answer came out. So I don't know, Maree, if there's anything else you want to add.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, if this one particular lifetime might be about learning about having unconditional love or compassion, you might choose to do it through abandonment by a parent or something like that. But then how you get to the result of this love and compassion and understanding and no judgment, it doesn't matter. You can take 55,000 million timelines and roads to get there. So you don't plan, exactly every minute of the day from there, but you have a goal. So it's like, and how you get to that goal is okay, but you might have specific points where you meet particular people. They might be triggers for you. They might be play acting out a scenario with you to help you then to move towards that goal a little bit more. I know for myself, I actually finished what I'd planned, and I remember I was so bored for a whole week. I was going, what is going on? It's like, this is really dull. And then I realized, I got told, well, you can either choose to leave your physical body now because you've done what you needed to do, or you can just have a new download. You can have like a new blueprint come through. And when I found out I'd have to go back to learning how to walk and eat and talk again, I went, oh, no, forget that. Just add it on in. Come on, let's get this lifetime done. So it's almost like you can actually have blueprints added in to your soul blueprint.
And I don't know why this keeps coming to me, that to give you an example. So I have a client who had a drunk father who she had to take care of when he would come home, and he'd been in fights, and she was 5 years old, and she had to clean his wounds and you know, she went through all of this, and then later on he abandons her. And so it came through in the session that the reason why she went through that is so that now as an adult she would be self-sufficient, and that she would know how to take care of herself, and that she would know how to be in charge. And so it's like all these horrible things that happen to us as children, but there's a reason why they happen to us, because they make us who we are, so that what happens later as adults, we are ready for it, or we have the lessons, or it helps us become that person or whatever. Like, so it's all perfectly aligned in this simulation. So it's
and some people do have problems. I've got a friend that doesn't accept this, and yet the most beautiful spiritual person ever, and it's fine, it's okay. But so it's okay if your belief, you know, or your knowing is a little bit different to that. It's not a problem. Some souls that are what we'd call younger souls, they haven't had as maybe many exposures to this earth plane. They might have taken on a role of being having a handicap, so that they're looked after, you know, until they can start to learn lessons. I've also heard, and I'd love to know if this is right, Elisa, actually, that we can have, if there's been a, you know, like Yeshua, or if there's been someone that's been famous and had really amazing gifts, or trauma, we can have that put into our soul patterning, so that we already have all of that knowing or understanding from those lifetimes. So we don't have to then live those 100 lifetimes. We can have that imprint put into us, you know, as a soul. Is that something you've heard?
Well, I not only heard it, I went through it, because I noticed that I had Joseph, who was Jesus's father, and the lady that came to me she was Joseph, Jesus's father. Then I had someone else that was Moses, and then I'm looking through the forum, and I see people having. Oh, I also had Maree, mother of Jesus, and I'm like, something's like not adding up, because in the forum people are like, oh, I had this woman that was Maree, and I'm like, okay, what's up with this? And so what happens is, and Dolores does outline this in her books, is that when you come in, you can choose to have an imprint of any of those people already in your psyche, in your whatever blueprint. It's like almost like a little thing that you can add, you know, to your so that you have that knowledge, and that you have that truth, like being a good person, like, I don't know, whatever those reasons why you want to have that as a blueprint.
Thank you, that's really nice clarification. So pink light, it's okay, it's absolutely wherever you are at with that comfortably, it's fine. You make your own choices, but maybe just hearing some of that might actually help you to sort of see things differently. And then what tends to happen, I found, when I took full responsibility for going through what I've gone through in my life, that's when I start to have real true, the person I have to forgive is myself. It's actually myself. It's my higher self. I have to forgive it for putting me in this situation. But what did I learn from it? How much have I grown? What have I experienced? So then you stop judging. I found I stopped judging people. It's like, it's me. It's me. It's my choice. I chose to be here. I chose to heal this karmically. So it just makes life so much simpler as well.
Yes. And Octavia places that of knowing that they're all you in the 4D. So like in the 4D, you realize like, oh, that person that just hurt me is me, you know?
Yeah. And there's something within me that I need to look at, or I would never have attracted that to me. Yeah. So it's a beautiful way for me, I find, to go in and to actually look at what's going on. And then I'll find these subconscious hidden stuff and I go, hey, tricky. If it hadn't happened, I would never have gone in to look for that.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good point. Okay. A couple of questions back on the chakras that I did not see. I apologize, guys. Oh. So run a silver means what, like, what did you mean by that?
Yeah, sorry, Kibo. So what I do, I imagine, see, sense, or feel silver light spiraling into the chakra. It just helps to clear it. And then you can put the color through. It seems to open, activate, and clear a chakra. It's just that beautiful silver light.
Okay.
So that might, yeah.
Okay, what is the galactic chakra? I have told by Octavia,
Yeah.
I don't know. So after the crown chakra is the cosmic chakra. And she says it's 23 centimeters above
Yeah.
something. It's somewhere in here. I don't know.
And then the
20
oversoul is like
centimeters.
an arm. So the oversoul is about an arm. Stellar chakra, is that what it's called? Some people, it gets called different things. It can be stellar,
Yeah.
it can be
Galactic.
galactic,
Yeah.
cosmic.
Cosmic.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's really just another opening up to different dimensions. So is
Yes.
how I see them.
And then she said that the I am chakra, the like, I don't know if it's the oversoul that you're calling it, but it's a diamond. It's not a circle like the other chakras. It's like a
Yeah.
diamond. And she says is in between where you are, and then you choose where from where you are up to the I don't know,
Soul star.
the,
Yeah.
the not the ozone, but the what's that
Oversoul.
called, the I don't know, I don't want to say the dome, but like up there
No.
somewhere, like from here to up there, that you
Okay.
can choose where it is at a specific time. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
but we know it's
Just
somewhere up
different
there.
names. Yeah. People just use different names. I think what I find works for me is feeling into it myself. And I've often been shown that. It's really interesting because I've been shown from my crown up, it does diamonds, which is really interesting you say that because I've always seen that. That's
Yeah,
what they
me
show
too.
me.
I
Oh,
saw
how
the
interesting.
diamond, but when
Yeah.
she, yeah, and
It's
it's
diamond formation.
yeah, it's like that, right? Like
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
then in the center, it's a circle,
Circle.
right? So it's like
Yeah.
almost like that. Yeah,
But it's almost like Jacob's ladder. Like it's like these diamonds. Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Music. I don't know if there's any specific music, Maree.
Um, so,
Um,
so Joyce, the music, when I first realized that music can open my chakras or change how I feel, it was when I was hearing my beautiful flatmate do opera. And it was beautiful. But I mean, we know that there are different hertz, don't we? Different frequency music as well that
mhm,
apparently can make
mhm.
us feel different. I've got some on my computer and, occasionally I'll listen to them. But just find whatever it is. What I started to do then was go, well, what opens up what, and just experiment with it for yourself because you might have a very different way of receiving or experiencing that vibration of that music. I love sound baths. Oh my gosh, I'm so blessed. My friend that stayed last night, she's incredibly talented. She does gongs, crystal bowls, any sort of, and I'm going to go for a sound bath with a group of people in a couple of weeks with her. That I just feel everything open. It's like I go into this whole other realm. It's amazing. So if you want to experience it, I would actually go and do a sound bath with someone. They will
Yeah,
do groups. People will do groups of them. Beautiful.
yeah. And they usually have them all over the place, so that
Yeah,
should be available.
yeah. Really
Yeah,
worthwhile doing, Joyce.
yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Okay, can musicians spellbound people with their music? If so, how does one break the spell?
Okay. What do you think, Elisa?
Um, I don't know. I would think that maybe if there's
Yeah.
intention, right?
Yeah, I agree. And the different words that they maybe put in there and the frequency of the music. I mean, this is what they've done with what's it called? Got,
And
how
peyote.
they with yeah, but with television, how they put that they have a frequency that the
Mm-hmm.
person speaks in, and
Mm-hmm.
they know, and people go into that trance, and they're actually being almost hypnotized. So yeah, and it was called something, but I'm obviously not allowed to say it on YouTube or I get into trouble because I can't think of it, which is really rare. So I won't say it. But there is it's a program that was done by a 3-letter agency a long time ago, and they've been putting that through the airwaves. So not even music, it can just be a voice sometimes and a frequency that goes with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say yes, pink light. I mean, I can pull a card on it for you if you like, if we want to get some confirmation on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lots of people, lots of times. Yes, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, that's the full-on card. Yes. Oh,
Yep.
how can you break the spell? I feel it when I feel that music is not, or I can't watch TV. I just start doing these ones. So how do you feel when you're actually listening to the music? How does it make you feel?
Yeah.
And then just protect yourself. Just put a golden bubble around you, bring up your dragon, get the gargoyles in, cut cords, whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Turn it off.
All right. Well, today has been very enlightening and has flown by. I just had a wonderful time. Thank you, everybody, for your questions. It was really fun. And Maree, anything else with you and Jazzy?
No, just honestly, just be kind to yourself. Just, take some time out. Remember to breathe. Whatever we're going through, you are here for a reason. You're very powerful, yeah, and very loved. So just know that as well. And we're all connected. So you're never alone.
Yes,
So, and
absolutely.
yeah, if you're feeling a little bit out of kilter and you'd like to have a session with me, just jump onto my website there. And I'm happy to help out. It's actually fun. It's really beautiful sometimes what comes up and what we can clear.
Yes, absolutely. Maree has helped me so many times. Oh my God, I wouldn't be here without her. That's for sure. So thank you, everyone. We love you, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Yes.
All
See you then.
right. Bye.
Bye.